Now, assume for a minute, Brooke, that Sean Spicer was a condescending jerk yesterday. And I think he probably was. But what does that have to do with race? And what does that have to do with sex? Brooke, Sean Spicer has been a condescending jerk to white male reporters a whole heck of a lot. And April's a great reporter, but doesn't she want to be treated equally? Why does this always have to do with race and sex? It's ridiculous.
Angela, how do you feel about it?
I don't know if Sean Spicer is a racist. I don't know if Donald Trump is a racist. I don't know if the fallout that April experienced with Omarosa, who's a White House staffer, has challenges because of racial animus. What I do know is that April Ryan was disrespected yesterday, and it was unwarranted. What I do know is that Sean Spicer is not April Ryan's father, so he should not tell her she should and should not do. What I do know is that I'm sick and tired of this White House, as I was sick and tired of the campaign treating people less than, whether they're different because they are black, or they're different because they crossed the border, or they're different because they worship a different God, or their God is known by a different name. I am tired of difference being disrespected and mistreated by this White House.
Okay, so let me move on.
Hey, Brooke, Angela,
hang on, Joe.
Brooke, Angela.
I'm not talking to bigots,
Go ahead, Joe. Go ahead.
I'm not talking to bigots.
No. Angela had me. I agreed with the first 30 seconds where she went off there. I agreed with everything she said. Sean Spicer was a condescending jerk yesterday. But then Angela had to go to race. Why did it have anything to do with race? Angela, he has treated male white reporters horribly before, too. What's the big deal?
Hold on, and why use the B word, Angela?
Because Joe is a bigot, and I'll give you an example of why. Since you brought up Twitter yesterday, here's Joe's tweet. And you're way wrong on your main point, Angela. We lowered the bar for Obama. He was held to a lower standard because he was black. That is Joe Walsh's tweet. You all decided to give Joe Walsh a platform today. I'm not giving him the time of day. I'm interested in having conversations, Brooke, that will move racial people of all races forward in this country. I'm interested in having a conversation that will help us to admit the wrongs that were done in this country and how we move forward. I am not interested in trying to convince and change the mind of a bigot, someone who will openly troll me and say things that are offensive that he knows are not true.
Okay,
Here we are.
Let me just ask you, can you explain to me what you meant by your initial comments and about the so-called presidential bar? Let's just back up for a second.
Hey, Brooke, that's me.
That's for Angela. Angela was on AC 360, and she had this conversation with about lowering the bar for President Trump. Here's the clip, and then Angela, I want you to explain what you meant.
Sure. I think that the bigger issue that I have, speaking of having no chill, is that if this would have been under the Obama administration, there would be no end to this. Barack Obama had to be the next best thing to Jesus. And here we are, just 2 months in and some change. And there is issue after issue. Maybe it's not Russian collusion. Maybe it's collusion with the Intel Committee chair. But it's highly problematic.
Angela, first to you. Tell me what you were getting at.
Sure. I think it speaks for itself. This president has been in turmoil since the campaign. He talked about grabbing women by their private parts. This is a man who, let's put the shoe on the other foot. Barack Obama, a black man in this country running for president with not one, not two, but 3 baby mothers. Let's, put the shoe on the other foot. Someone who took a loan from their father that they call a small loan of $1 million. Let's talk about all of those things. Someone who discriminated against people who were trying to just find spots in his housing facilities. Someone who took out full-page ads calling for the death of 5 young black and brown boys. If Barack Obama would have done any of that, Brooke, he would have never even made it to the general election, and that is the point. We're talking about a double standard. We're talking about lowering a bar. Barack Obama hurdled every bar that was put in front of him. When Michelle Obama talked about going high when they go low, they did it at every turn. This is a woman who was called an ape. They put pictures up of Barack Obama looking like a monkey. These are the people I'm talking about. They hurdled everything that came their way, every obstacle. And this man, it's asinine to even think that this man is now in the White House. Here we are in the middle of an investigation, but Hillary Clinton's emails. So yeah, I mean, it's very frustrating. And I'm tired of people telling me that black people are beneath a standard when we have to be twice as good all the time. And that is why I said I'm not interested in having a dialogue with someone like Joe, who has demonstrated a propensity towards bigotry. And he did that on Twitter yesterday in 140 characters or less.
Whew.
Hey, Brooke, I apologize, Brooke, that you invited a bigot on your show. Look, my disagreement with Angela had nothing to do.
Wait, are you now calling Angela?
No, he's a bigot. He's apologizing for himself.
No. I'm sorry that Angela feels like I'm a bigot, and I apologize that you invited me, a bigot, onto your show. I know you wouldn't do that knowingly.
Okay, I appreciate that. I don't need an apology. I brought you on because of this conversation that you all, that happened over Twitter. I'm just trying to understand. I wanted to understand where Angela was coming from her initial comment. I want to understand why you had such a problem with what Angela said, and you took to Twitter and you let everyone know about it. I want to understand what your issue is with that.
And Brooke, thanks. My disagreement had nothing to do with Trump. When Angela was making her case, she said that Barack Obama somehow had to live up to this perfect Jesus Christ standard that no other president had to live up to. My disagreement, Brooke, was about that, because I find that laughable. And it's got nothing, again, to do with race. Never in our country's history have we had a president so coddled and pampered and protected by the media like Barack Obama. That's not a high standard, Brooke. He was held to a very low standard because the media so loved him.
No, but did you or did you not say that you lowered the standard because he was black? Did you or did you not say that the standard was lowered because he was black? Did you or did you not say that?
Absolutely.
And that is what makes you a bigot,
Let me answer.
No,
Angela,
but that's what makes you a bigot.
Angela, can I answer?
Let me read the tweet. Let me read the tweet just to be precise on the language. You're way wrong on your main point, Angela. We lowered the bar for Obama. He was held to a lower standard because he was black. Who's the we?
And who is we?
Yes.
Thank you.
Who's the we,
we is
Joe?
all of us. The we, Brooke, is not. The we is the media. The we is white liberals. Barack Obama, I believe, Brooke, and you can disagree with me. Angela, are you going to let me speak or not?
Are you going to say something while your mouth is moving?
Yes.
Go ahead, Joe. Go ahead, Joe.
This is horrible.
I'm talking about all of us. It was a big deal. We elected our first black president. That was a big deal. And because of that, we lowered the standard. We did not criticize him like all of our other presidents. We didn't vet him like all of our other presidents. We were invested in that first black president succeeding. Now,
just as President Trump was elected.
I'm just telling you what I think. That's,
I'm sorry,
by the way,
where are Donald
that's
Trump's
racist.
Tax returns? What are you talking about?
I'm not defending Trump.
No,
Angela,
but the point is that
Trump.
So is Donald Trump's standard lower than Barack Obama's? Please tell me you see that.
Hey, you know what,
okay,
Angela? I think it's about the same. Barack Obama had no experience, and Donald Trump had no experience.
That is not true. Barack Obama was a constitutional law professor. Barack Obama was a state legislator. Barack Obama was a senator in the United States Senate.
A state senator in Illinois for 10 years?
I'm sorry.
He
actually served in Congress longer than you did, Joe.
He was a United States senator, guys.
Lowering the bar. You did one term. So I'm just saying you did one term. So you did one term. He served longer than
Angela,
you. So what kind of bar?
Me.
Okay, but it's about you attacking black people for having lower standards. Really? Come on, man.
Hey, Angela, can I not attack Barack Obama and not be a racist? Is that possible?
Did you not say that it was because he was black in the tweet? I didn't bring up race, Joe. This is all you. You went on Twitter yesterday and accused me of saying something I didn't. That you later had to apologize for it. Did you or did you not apologize for misspeaking on me?
Is it possible to attack Barack Obama and not be a racist?
Okay.
I don't know
We're all
why
talking
you have
over
a
each other. No one can understand what anyone's saying. No one can understand. I think we heard from both of you. I'm just sorry. I had no idea it would go this way, but I do appreciate hearing two very different voices on something very, very important. Let's just please be respectful to one another. We can have different opinions, but let's respect one another. Angela and Joe, thank you both so much.